The streets of Lagos were alive with noise, horns blaring, traders shouting, the scent of roasted plantain and fuel mingling in the air. But for 14-year-old Emeka, the world had gone silent. His parents had been everything to him. His mother's soft laughter, his father's strong but loving voice. Gone in a single moment. The accident had been brutal. 1 minute, they were heading home. The next, their car was crushed between two trailers on 3rd Mainland Bridge, Lagos. This was a horrible event, turning Emeka into an orphan. The source of my joy, inspiration, and hope is gone. All I'm left with is memories and your pictures in the frame. Oh death, why? He screamed, tears flowing like the rivers of living waters while he picked up a framed photograph of his parents. At the funeral, distant relatives whispered, "Who will take the boy?" None of them wanted him. The final decision landed on Mr. Adewale, a former business associate of Emeka's father. "You will stay here, but don't think you're part of this family," Mr. Adewale had said the night Emeka arrived at his house. His wife, Mrs. Adewale, barely looked at him. Their daughter, Teni, was different. She was only 12 then, but she looked at him with quiet sympathy. That night, Emeka lay on the cold floor, curled up in his thin clothes. He fought back the tears, but they came anyway. "Daddy, why did you abandon me?" "Mummy, I promised to buy you a car when I grow up. Who will I call Mummy again? Wherever you are, you will forever be in my heart. Rest on." Life in the Adewale's house was a prison. At dawn, Mr. Adewale shoved a tray of goods into his hands. "You will hawk these. Every kobo must be accounted for." Emeka ran the streets, dodging Okadas and Danfos, his voice hoarse from calling out, "Pure water, chin chin, buy your plantain chips here." Hunger clawed at his stomach. He watched as people ate steaming bowls of rice, but he knew there would be none for him at home. Many nights, he returned to an empty plate, while Mr. Adewale and his family ate in silence. But Teni, she was different. One night, while everyone was asleep, she sneaked into his corner of the house. "Here," she whispered, pushing a plate of rice into his hands. "Teni," his voice cracked. "Eat quickly before they wake up," she urged. That was the night he realized. She was the only person in that house who saw him as human. Years passed. By the time Emeka was 19, the boy who had once been timid had become a strong young man. His life was still filled with suffering, but he had learned to endure. One evening he returned home, late from hawking. The moment he stepped inside, Mr. Adewale's belt lashed across his back. "Why are you coming back by this time? You think this is a joke?" the man roared. Emeka gritted his teeth against the pain. "I swear, I was trying to finish selling." Before he could finish the statement, the belt came down again, and again, and again, harder and harder. Suddenly, Teni ran in between them. "Daddy, stop!" she screamed. Mr. Adewale pushed her aside. "You dare defend him?" Tears streamed down her face. "Yes, because he doesn't deserve this. He's a human like us." That night, Teni found him curled up. She cleaned his wounds, her hands trembling. "Teni, why do you do this?" he whispered. She looked at him, her brown eyes filled with something deeper than pity. Because I care about you, Emeka, and I always will. I'm so sorry for the way my family is treating you," she whispered, holding Emeka's hands. Emeka looked at her, totally surprised. "Thank you so much, Teni. I really appreciate your care and support," he says, tears still rolling as he continued. "I won't question God for taking away my parents and letting me pass through all these alone." "You are not alone," Teni cuts in. "I will always be with you. I will be there for you whenever you need anything. We are in this together, and I assure you, everything will be all right. For now, you look very hungry and exhausted. I reserved some food for you from my own potion." "Thank you," he said quietly. Looking at her and trying to put up a smiling face, Emeka felt relieved and comfortable having Teni by his side. That was the night they both knew. Their bond was more than friendship. One day, while hawking at the bus stop, a customer bought water from Emeka. As the man rushed into a danfo, his expensive phone slipped from his pocket onto the pavement. Emeka picked it. He could have taken it, by the way, this is Lagos. It would have fetched a good price, but something inside him wouldn't let him. He ran after the bus, waving frantically. "Sir, your phone." The bus stopped. The man, Chief Williams, stepped out, his eyes widening. "You found my phone?" "Yes, sir." Chief Williams studied him. "What's your name, boy?" "Emeka, sir." The man's gaze softened. "You are an honest young man in this Lagos? Thank you very much. I won't forget this." Emeka had no idea how true those words would be.
Lost in a world I can't quite see.
It was raining when Emeka finished hawking. As he made his way home, 3 men jumped him. "Stop there! Where is the money, your phone, your purse?" they demanded. "I don't have much." "Please," Emeka pleaded. They beat him, stole everything, and left him in the mud. When he got home, bruised and bleeding, Mr. Adewale's rage exploded. "What? You lost what? Which money? My own money, Emeka? You better find it, and don't come back here without my money, or prepare to meet your parents." Emeka was thrown into the stormy night, hopelessly. What would happen next to Emeka? Would he be able to find the thieves? If Mr. and Mrs. Adewale didn't accept him back, what would be the fate of Teni? Would love still prevail? Only, but what if? Let's find out by clicking the like button, share, and drop your thoughts on the comments section, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification icon for part 2. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.